Hi everyone, it's Lennon, and I'm sitting here on the eve of my birthday. My birthday is tomorrow, and it always fills me with like a childlike giddiness when my birthday rolls around. Not that anything like real special happens, but I guess it's like the days surrounding my birthday just feel very special. I take lots of time for like self-care, and I think the most important thing for me is peace. Let's do some shit for Lennon today that makes me full of peace. So I just wanted to come on and share a little bit about my self-love birthday journey. It's not gonna be like in a vlog style. I'm just gonna be talking to you guys. So I woke up this morning and like, I don't know what it is about my birthday, but I tend to like to, oh my God, this is gonna sound crazy. I like to play dress up. God, I'm such a girl. I collect various things. Every single piece of clothing that I have bought for myself is thrifted, secondhand. Always been like that. That has just been my shtick since I started buying my own clothes. And even prior to that, growing up poor, that's just how we had to do it anyway. So it just kind of stayed with me. And then I started learning about fashion and things like that. So it's always been very, I've always been very passionate about buying other people's things, even trinkets and things like that. I mean, I can feel the magic in something that someone else has used and loved and had in their house and bring it into my house. And it's like a shared energy. And it's almost like I've got a connection to this person that I don't even know. So there's a lot of woo-woo behind why I do what I do. But anyway, so I started playing dress up, right? I had my coffee and I went back into my bedroom and I started getting out. I have these like bags and trunks full of things that they're pretty much like costumes. Okay, they're things that I buy that are probably for costumes that I would wear out. Like, I have this pair of handmade pantaloons, like this older lady made them. And they probably are for like a steampunky Victorian costume, but I wear them bitches under my dresses all the time. They're really comfortable. And I also have other things that are vintage that I collect that I may not wear out because they're vintage, and they're probably not worth anything, but I don't want to mess them up by like going out into the weather in them. And what I'm wearing today is one of them. This is a lovely silk kimono. It's a robe. It's not really a kimono. It's not wrapped that way, but it's this beautiful like royal purple with these beautiful, I don't know, 90s roses on them. They kind of look like poppies. The smell, oh, the smell is, it smells like my mother. Cold cream and oil of Olay. I just love it. I collect kimonos, I collect robes, and I collect vintage like rayon slips, like those full body lacy slips that I wear all the time. I just love the feel of them on my body. So I collect all kinds of things in clothing. And I saw this. This is actually a Victoria's Secret. I don't know if y'all see that. It's really outdated. I think it's from the 80s. That shit says Victoria's Secret. Ooh. So I decided to get my purple on today. I don't know. So I felt very I think it made me feel royal because purple relates to royalty back in the day. So I felt very royal, but I started trying on some of my like really cool vintage slips and dresses and things like that. And that just, I don't know, it puts me in touch with my play like my like inner child, like my love of play. And then it gets me giddy because they're things that I love. They're things that, I mean, yes, they're material things, but they're things that I collect because they make me giddy, because it pulls out a memory of me. It pulls out a memory from me. It seems to link me to the women that may have owned these, who may have worn it before a special night. Something like that. It just links me to these strangers, and I love that. So it makes me giddy. So I was really at peace this morning. I was like not overly tired, and so I just decided, I was like, you know what? Yes, I like playing dress up, but I'm going to get into like this luxurious pajama mode and then just stay that way all day and see what happens. So I did. I kept this Victoria's Secret vintage robe on with like some just regular pajamas on. And I came back into the living room and I made a fire because there's just something about a fireplace, okay? There's something about wood crackling in the fireplace that just puts me right to a peaceful mode. Like, I like reset to 0. And I get on and I check the weather, right, for the next couple of days. I rarely do that. I can look out a window, okay? And it's really, really windy today. And if you know me at all, that fills me with all kinds of giddiness. Don't you just love when the universe is working out for you, you know? I love it when a plan comes together. I love the A-Team. Anyway, so I just love that the universe just like, I don't know, it tends to know that it's my birthday, you know, week, and everything just seems to be going right. So I'm so happy that it's a windy day. When it's windy enough where I can hear it coming through the fireplace, like through the chimney, I know I got to get out there. I got to let the wind blow through my hair. And if it's windy enough to pull my hair like this, it is really windy. And that means that some spells that I may have had on the back burner that I want to be working for me, that's when I get them out. So I'll be doing that later, doing some wind magic, because I'm definitely a wind witch. So that filled me with giddiness. And then I wanted to read some poetry, but I tend to love to read poetry like whenever I need peace. And today was no different. I was still drinking my coffee because I drink it for hours in the morning. But instead of like just like poetry, like my normal go-tos are Baudelaire, Bukowski, Theodora Goss. God, she's got some like fantastic pagan poems that just, I don't know, it just pulls the witch out in me for real. But I saw this on my coffee table. It's the Spiritual Sayings of Kahlil Gibran, the author of The Prophet. And I hadn't heard of this person before. Before I got this at the thrift shop, my local thrift shop, and I did a thrift haul on the channel. I'll leave it in the cards if you're interested. It's just me sifting through some stuff I got at the thrift store. And so I saw it on the coffee table because I tend to have books on all surfaces. And I thought, maybe I'll just like, you know, sit and be quiet for a little while. Maybe read some things, see if I zone out. You know, I got nothing else going on, right? I mean, I got some laundry in there, but I'm not going to let it bother me. I'll do it tonight. I'll do it later. Shit like that doesn't bother me. So I started reading. I bought this book for the purpose of like cutting these sayings out and like putting them in art journals somewhere. But I don't know. I just like that the format is, I don't know. It just tends to look better in this format than me cutting them up. I may still do that, but who knows? So I wanted to read some of these, and I did. Listen. Art began when man glorified the sun with a hymn of gratitude. See, that makes me think of the sun. And it makes, I mean, see, it sent me on a vision quest right there. It sent me on a vision journey of the sun and art. And so that changed to Icarus and the wings that he made and the wax melting and him falling to his death. And then it made me think of his dad. And see, I went on a journey how the sun was mixed with art. I may have to journal about Icarus later. Maybe how that relates to my birthday. Did y'all hear that? That was the wind, just so you know. Oh, God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy today. Oh. Let's see. Feigned modesty is imprudence adorned. That's interesting. Courage, which is the sixth sense, finds the shortest way to triumph. Courage finds the shortest way to triumph. Oh, God, I'm getting so many tarot visions from this. Like imprudence makes me think of the Temperance card. That saying, okay, this saying, feigned modesty is imprudence adorned, makes me think of the Temperance card reversed. I don't know why. And courage, which is the sixth sense, finds the shortest way to triumph. Makes me think of the Strength card. Oh, the life of a tarot reader, right? And my eye went to the next page. Strength and tolerance are partners. If I get strength and temperance in a reading later, I'm just gonna shit myself. Oh, okay. Let's like flip to a random page and like bibliomancy this. God has placed in each soul an apostle to lead us upon the illuminated path. Yet many seek life from without, unaware that it is within them. See? Is that not going to fill you with some peace? That's going to fill me with some peace, okay? I'll be thinking on that later, and then I'll probably end up getting stalked by Temperance or the Strength card in the next couple of days. Maybe that's, maybe Temperance reversed is just telling me, like, offhandedly, without the card coming out, that I need to not overindulge myself the next couple of days. I can overindulge in food, okay, because I love food. All kinds of food. My favorite type of food is the most fatty food that you could possibly think of. My two favorite foods are pasta and bread. So, I must have been an Italian in another life, or my ancestors are Italian or something. So when I make like pasta and pesto, when I hand make that, I can eat that whole bowl like in one sitting. No shame. So maybe it's telling me to be strong, stay true to myself, stay true to the fact that I need to keep my figure where it is, because my weight fluctuates. I've always been like a big girl, so my metabolism is shit. So if I eat a whole bowl of pasta, I'll be able to walk tomorrow. So anyway, so maybe that Temperance reverse thing that I just got out of that spiritual sayings books was just telling me to, you know, pace myself. I may be at peace with eating all the pasta and the bread in the house, but don't. Refrain. Be prudent. Another thing that I wanted to do, I don't know, I guess I was called to do this. This, I guess you could call this like my first book of shadows, even though when I started this as a teenager, I had no clue what that was or what it looked like. But basically, I call this my treasure book. It's just a hand size leather. It's beautiful. I got this at a bookstore. I don't know, when I was 15, maybe. So I was flipping through, and I don't really share this with like people in my life, I guess you could say. But there's some of my favorite quotes in here. Like I wrote down some of my favorite quotes, proverbs, things like that. Magazine pictures, postcards that I got. Like, I'll share this. Like it was a smuggled Hot Topic postcard. Like back in the day, I wasn't allowed to go in that shop in the mall. But if I was going to the mall with friends, I would like sneak in there and buy some just little trinket things. Just, I guess, to make me feel better. As a way to rebel back against the fact that I wasn't allowed in there. So anyway, I got this little mermaid postcard. And I wrote a Tennyson. Of course it was Tennyson. I have always been obsessed with him. Called The Mermaid. Who would be a mermaid fair, combing her hair under the sea, in a golden curl with a comb of pearl on a throne? Yep, smells like 2001. I have different magazine clippings in here that I really, really love. I have a Ruby. Look, I have a Ruby thing in here. Oh, let's see which one I picked. This is from teenagehood, okay? So this is like a way for me to tap into my past self too. Like for me, a way to see where I was back then. That's also a thing that I like to think about surrounding my birthday, because who I am now isn't who I was like back then. I can't believe that I've got Rumi in here. That's so crazy. When the soul lies down in the grass, the world is too full to talk about ideas, language. Even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. When you lie down in the grass, the world tends to fall away. That's so true. How many times did I lay in the grass and just clouds cry and zone out? God, so much. Someday they need to pay daydreamers, okay? I'd be a freaking billionaire. Oh my good goddess. Look, I've got the Mysteries of Adolfo in here. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up and go out there because it is really whipping. Oh God. Okay, what did I write? The Mysteries of Adolfo is a novel by Anne Radcliffe that I just love her writing style. She is a Gothic novelist, like a Gothic romance, I guess you could call it, Gothic literature. And The Mysteries of Adolfo, I don't know, it's mentioned in other classic works, like I think some stuff by Austen references some of Radcliffe's things, maybe. Anyway, he loved the soothing hour, when the last hints of light die away, when the stars, one by one, tremble through ether, and are reflected on the dark mirror of the waters. That hath which all others inspires the mind with pensive tenderness, and other elevates it to sublime contemplation. God. Anne Radcliffe is my spirit animal. Oh, I also have these, I always loved the concept of like the Marauder's Map type of a feel, like pull out things in Book of Shadows and treasure books and things like that. So, I don't know what this is. Oh, I wrote this. Sun to warm your face in daytime, moon to guide you through the nights, stars to wish your favorite wish on, sky to draw you to new heights. I think I wrote that. Anyway, I got this. How do you pull this out? All the moon phases. You want a tip? I made that out of a brown paper sack. Like at the dollar store, you can get a stack of like brown sack lunch bags. I used to use the hell out of those to make my own treasure maps, to make like these old, it makes it look like old paper. What you do is you cut it up and then like you use just the smooth part. Once you open up the brown paper sack, you throw away all the things that are folded and just, it's like a big sheet of paper after that. And then you crinkle it up and you put it in water. You can put it in tea, but it's already brown. Put it in water and that just kind of, it changes the texture of the paper a little. So it's kind of rough. And then you let it dry and it looks like freaking old parchment. Okay, so there's you a tip. A movable feast. Oh. See, I would tell myself I need to read more, but I've read 5 novels this week alone. So I'm not going to be mad at myself. I need to reread A Movable Feast, though. We would be together and have our books, and at night be warm in bed together with the windows open and the stars bright. Ernest Hemingway, folks. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay, one time, years and years ago, someone had bought me a bottle of wine. I don't know what wine it is. It has this label. I cut the label out of it. Because it had a poem on the back, like underneath where it talks about the wine, you know, like cherry undercurrent, shit like that. It said, there's a romance in darkness. It draws our curiosity and beckons a desire to taste the unknown. That spoke to my soul. Deep down in the darkness of my soul, it spoke to me. And it was on a bottle of fucking wine. So, you know, there's so much magic that can be found in all kinds of things. So, I even have like some doodles in here, some like real primitive drawings from when I was young, unpracticed, I'll say. Pictures from like childhood. I have this quote by Wordsworth about wind. Let's read it since we're listening to the wind outside. Wind is the music of autumnal winds. No, wild. I'm sorry. Wild is the music of autumnal winds amongst the faded woods. Isn't that so beautiful? Anyway, there's so much in this treasure book that links me to my past selves that, I don't know, it fills me with giddiness. And so anyway, I'll sit here and I will be in my vintage Victoria's Secret. I will make myself some lunch. Also, I'm posing this question to you guys too, because I'm curious. I want you to tell me below. What food, here we go talking about food again. What food do you eat that would make you feel like royalty? I want to know. Okay? For me, it's actually 2 things. For me, it is grapes. When I was a young girl, basking in the sunshine of wherever the hell I was in my yard, we had lots of, I've talked about this before on the channel, we've had lots of muscadine vines. So it's like a cousin of grapes, really. But so I was accustomed to grapevines and things like that, and how they worked and getting under them and kind of being with the bees. But I was somewhere out in the world, and I saw like this painting, but it kind of, looking back, it looks like kind of a fresco. And it looked like this Cleopatra figure was laying on this chase, and she was doing this with and these grapes were hanging down. So every single time I eat grapes, I eat like this and just clomp up like a giraffe. And it just makes, I don't know, it just makes me happy. It makes me feel like a queen. And it may just be that I'm wearing royal purple. I don't know. But I try to eat things that make me feel giddy. And then number 2 is anything chocolate. Literally anything. So chocolate, like eating bitter chocolate and then some grapes. Just that shit makes me feel, I don't know, like a cloud 12. So I'll probably eat some lunch, which will consist of like some kind of bread and grapes and some chocolate. And then this will all be before the kids get home, probably. I'll probably do some cleaning, even though I really do try to refrain from doing any housework. these couple of days. Just allow myself to be lazy. So I'll probably do some cleaning, the stuff that I can't avoid, like laundry and dishes and things like that. That's shit I can't just leave there. And I'll put some incense on. I'll put some of my favorite music on. Today's music, the one that's gonna make me feel giddy is I think I have this playlist that I guess you could say it's like my dance music. It's Shannon, Let the Music Play. Okay, if you type that in to YouTube, and then right under the song, it'll say like, 50 plus songs related to that. Now, I don't know if that's just like generated by just me or if that's universal, but if you just click songs that are relevant to that, there's so much kind of like 80s headbanging music that I will put on and dance around. Stuff like that makes me giddy. Like dance music. And maybe I'll dance around. I'll definitely go outside and do some wind magic and some, I have a couple of spells, on the back burner. And I want to draw something. I may get my paints out, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm still trying to, get through the morning. So I may not be called to draw anything, but I would like to, because that just seems like something me, like Lennon, to do on my birthday. But I may not be called to, really. I don't know. All right. Well. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Happy birthday to moi. I love you guys. Let me know below your royalty food and I don't know what you're up to. What you're up to this week. What are you going to do this week to honor yourself? I know it's not y'all's birthday. And if it is, let me know. Happy birthday. But if it's not, then I don't know. Do something in honor of me that honors you and makes you giddy and happy. And I hope to see y'all again. Much love.